All right, we are back with the GSMC Wrestling Laureate podcast brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. I'm your favorite wrestling fan here, Eric Rodriguez, every Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Time, 11 p.m. Eastern Time, here to talk about the greatest thing in the world, professional wrestling, all the action inside and outside of the ring, backstage curtain calls, drama, and news. We talk about inactive statuses, injury updates. We talk about contract negotiations, extensions, and new signings from promotions like AEW to WWE to Ring of Honor to TNA to the NWA. If it makes major news in the world of professional wrestling, we talk about it here on this show 1010%. So make sure you guys Superman punch that like and subscribe button to the show so you guys can get some cool notifications whenever we all decide to go live. All right, just kind of reflect on what we talked about right quick. We had our WWE Monday Night Raw recap, and now we're going to talk about some WWE NXT. So if you got some questions about NXT, or if you have some cool, awesome hot take statements, make sure you guys unload in that comment section so we can have some fun. All right, so we're going to jump on into our next segment. We got some WWE NXT to talk about. But before we get into any of that, I just want to remind you guys to go ahead and hit up that super chat. Whether if you got a burning question or hot take in terms of the world of professional wrestling here at the GSMC Sports Network, we want you guys to feel like you can get anything off your chest 1,010%. Make sure you guys feel like you have the right. Make sure you guys have the, just know that it's, we absolutely are delighted by every single comment that comes in. There's no such thing as a stupid comment. There's no such thing as a, just give me a shout out where you're listening from. Give me a, tell me how your holiday season's going. Tell me what your favorite thing is about professional wrestling. Give me your top 5 tag teams. It does not matter. Just want to make sure that you guys feel like you guys are alive. Make sure you guys know that this chat, this podcast is all thanks to you guys 1,010%. So we're going to appreciate you guys. Absolutely. All right. So, whether if you got a burning question, make sure you guys hit up that super chat right there. Anything that you guys put inside that box, hit that $ right there. It's going to be guaranteed to be featured on the show 1,010%. Plus, it's a great way to support the channel. Here at the GSMC Sports Network, we do need a little bit of help, a little bit of, financial help from you guys. But obviously, send what you can, or, if not, just, make sure you like, subscribe, follow the show. It's going to be awesome. We are super grateful for each and every one of you guys. Thank you in advance for who joins us here daily on the GSMC Sports Network. Your support makes all the difference. So let's keep the conversation going. Let's keep this party, let's keep this party alive. Send in those super chats, those super stickers, because you guys are super awesome, and together we will make sure this podcast is bigger, better, and stronger than ever. Once again, if the super chat not your thing, it's all good. Go ahead and hit up that tips and donations link at the GSMCpodcast.net. Tell me what you like, tell me what you don't like. Just remember to Superman punch that like and subscribe button to the show. Follow the show, follow the network here at the GSMC Sports Network. We do love a lot of peace, love, and positivity, of course, 1,010%. But in terms of talking sports, it's it's all about, there's going to be disagreements. There's going to be some criticisms. Doesn't matter. It's already water under the bridge. We want you guys to feel absolutely comfortable. Feedback is a gift. So remember to Superman punch that like and subscribe button so we can talk about talk about some professional wrestling. All right. So without further ado, let's talk about some WWE NXT. We got Gulia, the #1 contender for Roxanne Perez's NXT World Women's Champion, who kicks off NXT. It was a good promo. I liked the fact that she came out. Although, it still seems like there's a little bit of a language barrier there. It seems like she's getting comfortable. It seems like she's getting comfortable on, the WWE platform, which is something that, Shawn Michaels talked about inside of an interview, how he's, the reason why he's decided to put Stephanie Vaquer and Julie in so many tag team matches is just so that they kind of get the flow a little bit there. But they're going to be stars pretty damn soon. And in my opinion, having Julia, potentially be the one to dethrone NXT's Women's Champion Roxanne Perez, and then have Perez find herself on SmackDown or maybe even Raw. That could definitely be a possibility. We found out from WWE President Nick Khan that, this new Raw on Netflix era isn't going to, it's not going to be rated R. It's not going to be MA. They're not going to go to like AEW, or WCW, or even the WWF Attitude Era back in the day, and kind of bring back the swearing. Although I feel like when the crowd does chant holy crap, I feel like it won't get bleeped out anymore, because I gotta be honest, I was it's a little annoying. But overall, you're trying to draw a specific audience. You're trying to keep advertisers interested. You don't want them to feel like they, sink their money into, an entertainment conglomerate such as the WWE and have, people dropping F-bombs and, like you see on AEW, someone suffocating somebody in a plastic bag. No, I'm just, I'm not dogging on it. Obviously, AEW is a different audience. Being on TNT and TBS, it draws a whole different kind of audience as opposed to the USA Network, Fox, formerly Fox from SmackDown. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Our Roxanne Perez came out. She basically said she's not on, that Gulia and anybody on the WWE Women's NXT roster is not on her level. But she did throw some flowers to the participants inside that Iron Survivor match. She said the ladies, went out there. They proved that they're, that WWE has the best. Scratch that. NXT has the best women's division inside the world of professional wrestling. And so far, it's, next to New Japan Professional Wrestling, it's the women's division is amazing. The women's division is absolutely on fire. And it was kind of cool to see Roxanne Perez kind of she broke kayfabe. She broke kayfabe for literally like that. Those 3 seconds, like you could tell literally with the sincerity of her voice and the way that she was like talking to Gulia, like like when you're acting or when you're trying to, when either you're talking to friends or coworkers or family members, where you kind of like obliviously say things, but then you kind of look at them like more deeply in the eye, and like kind of. These hidden messages that it's like, what, this and that and the other, you're not on my level. But to be honest, you guys did really, really good, this. And so I thought that was actually kind of cool for, Roxanne Perez to do that. Obviously, her and Cora Jade had plans of attacking and injuring Gulia, saying that she's not even going to make it to NXT New Year's Evil. You had Stephanie Vaquer taken out backstage by Cora Jade. And Kaylani Jordan, the former women's NXT North American champion, came out to aid, Gulia. So it was pretty interesting. Obviously I love seeing Kaylani Jordan, in the main event kind of status. After her losing her chance for a shot at Roxanne Perez at that Iron Survivor match, I kind of got worried that she was going to falter down the ranks of NXT in the women's division. But, I don't think that's going to happen. She's literally one of the best women on the roster. You watch her matches and she has so much charisma. She has so much enthusiasm. Fans can't help but to be fully invested in not just the way she wrestles inside the ring, just her full-on character. The way she represents herself with so much confidence. Like, it seems like, she's that absolute, she's that sweetheart. But at the same time, like, she kind of shows signs that, hey, maybe if you push this girl too hard, she can be kind of a B word. Like, what I mean? So she's going to find her way back onto the title scene pretty soon here. But, it'd be kind of interesting to see Kaylani Jordan make her way onto SmackDown or Raw. Because, her accomplishing herself, as the NXT Women's North American Champion, the first one ever, and the way she represented that title and defended it on a weekly basis, it's admirable. So you can't help but to throw some flowers to Kaylani Jordan, because she's definitely one of the best in the world to do it. Tony D'Angelo catches Ethan Page sulking backstage, offers Ethan Page a North American Championship, and then Ethan Page, of course, there's this character, there's this inner battle that Ethan Page is kind of going through right now, and I kind of like these promos because he's literally bringing the audience on, who's watching into basically what's happening in his head. At the end of the show, he was saying how, is it NXT me? I'm all ego, but really, am I all ego? So Ethan Page, of course, he has his, the old me where he was like, what? I used to be the WWE NXT World Heavyweight Champion. Tony, if I win the NXT North American Championship, seems like it's kind of like a step down for me. And Tony D'Angelo kind of took it to heart, and he was like, "Oh, are you serious? Fine, okay, I was giving it to somebody else." And then it turned out that, he was like, "No, like that classic, like, like he was trying to be a jerk, and then it came back to bite him in the ass." So I thought that was actually kind of funny. He was basically, explaining to Tony D'Angelo how he needed this. Lexis King wants another shot at the Heritage Cup Championship. Obviously, later on in the show, the leader of the No Quarter Catch crew, Charlie Dempsey, he agreed to it. He said, hey, if you roll with me, if you're able to kind of handle my workout, I have no problem giving you another chance. And I feel like this is a good chance for Lexis King to win this championship. I've been saying it for days. I've been having speculations. I think I've even said it on this show a couple of times, how the No Quarter Catch crew will fit better on SmackDown. I would love to see them on SmackDown. You have, Charlie Dempsey. You have Miles Bourne. I don't know why I want to keep calling him Riley Osborne. Maybe because Osborne Bourne. I'm not too sure. Tavion Heights and Ren Sinclair. It'd be kind of cool to kind of see, kind of her challenge for the Women's United States Championship. I can definitely see her inside that. So the No Quarter Catch crew was confronted by OTM, and now we're going to have a match next week. We had Wesley taking on Javon Evans, and something that I noticed during this match is that Javon Evans, he's so gifted. He's so great. And something that I definitely missed during NXT is when they used to go on commercial break, obviously before they went to the CW, they used to have picture-in-picture like all the time. But now they only have it during the big main spot matches. Which is cool and all, but as a wrestling fan, I'm like, dude, I would have loved to see this go in picture-in-picture. I liked how the win was clean. Wesley tried to pull a little bit of shenanigans, but obviously Javon Evans was able to kind of recover from that. It was a clean pin. This was a huge, huge win for Javon Evans, building up his momentum. Next, you see Axiom and Nathan Fraser in a promo backstage. Axiom said that he was worried that Nathan Fraser, his friend, was injured during the tag team during the tag team match, and obviously later on in the show, you now have Axiom taking on Femi, and then after that, they have a match with Gallus. Once again, I don't know why WWE wants to keep creating these inner turmoil between these two superstars. Obviously, you have this lingering cliffhanger that it's like, okay, they're going to break up now. Oh, they're going to lose and break up now. Oh, no, this is when it's going to happen. No, this is when it's going to happen. And it never does. And I don't want to see these guys break up. I love these two individuals being together. Axiom is, oh my God, Axiom is phenomenal. Nathan Fraser, simply amazing. Incredible. These two are together representing the tag team are amazing. I can't wait to see what WWE decides to do with these guys. Like I said, I hope they don't randomly break them up. That would be absolutely awful, and I would hate it. That would suck. Josh Briggs, announcing he has a new tag team. We saw a promo. He looked pretty damn good. He's, with New Japan Professional Wrestling and NOAH is Inumura. And, kind of making sure that they are a staple in the tag team division. Zarya and Soruka are talking backstage. You have Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson interrupt them. Obviously building up toward the tag team match in the future. Hank and Tank defeat Tyson and Tyreek after the match. You saw an act of, sportsmanship. You saw them shake. You saw Hank and Tank shake Tyson's hand. Tyreek did not want any part of it. You had a promo between Femi and Trick Williams. Eddie Thorpe was kind of standing on the side from the outside looking in, kind of looking awkward a little bit there. Saying that me and my people have been through enough. Obviously bringing up, his Native American heritage. Femi basically told him to shut his mouth. Saying that's a bold accusation, my friend. So I thought that was actually kind of cool. Eddie Thorpe right now looks lost. He going through a character change, going toward a heel. He called Trick Williams a manufactured engine, Lamborghini engine. And to me, that still sounds pretty damn good. I don't know how that could be an insult at all, but it was pretty cool. Trick Williams challenges Eddie Thorpe in the NXT World Title match next week. Fatal Influence defeat Gigi Dolan and Tatum Paxley, and then you saw at the end of the match, you saw Fallon Henley get involved, join JC Jane and Jasmine X to attack Gigi and Tatum, but Shotzi is back in WWE, baby. She made her way back, so I thought that was super cool. Ethan Page loses against Tony D'Angelo. Keilani Jordan and Julia fall to Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez. Eddie Thorpe at the end of the show, basically, he lied. He said, you're looking at the attacker. I thought it was a little clever. I thought it was, at the same time, I thought it was a little, I thought it was a little wonky, but overall he got what he wanted. He has a title shot, and overall it's he's gonna have a good match. He's not gonna beat Trick Williams. He's not, but this is gonna be a huge. It's gonna be a heel turn. It's gonna show Eddie Thorpe finally turn heel, and which is kind of crazy because he had this stint with Lexis King, where Lexis King was actually heel, and then Eddie Thorpe was the babyface, and now it's kind of switched gears. So, it should be interesting to find out some bookings, some future bookings for both those superstars moving forward. All right, guys, so hey, do not go anywhere. We're going to jump on into our third segment. We got some AEW Dynamite. Winter is coming. We have a little bit of a sneak peek coming up, so grab your favorite snack, grab your favorite ice cold beverage, and join me here in about 25 seconds. So, hey, do not go anywhere.